Hello and welcome to another Shayda Campbell art tutorial. In today's video, we're going to tackle a simple weekly spread for our March journal. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Shayda Campbell and around here we make art and it's fun, not scary. Most of the time? No, all of the time. And today we are doing some journaling. So recently I did the March cover page. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. It's just a really simple blue and white design. It looks so pretty when it's finished, but it is like ridiculously simple to create if you have two markers. And then what I did is I made another design. This one I wanted to do like a similar design, but just change it up a little. I wanted to do one for Instagram to make a reel, but I just didn't want it to be the exact same. So this is going to kind of sit beside my calendar for the month, and I just have like a simple grid there, and I'll just fill that in blue, grid, simple, and then we're gonna flip over for today's video, and we're going to just fold that, and we're gonna just do a simple little weekly layout. And we've got that nice Dutch door that's folded. If you don't like cutting in your journal, it's nice to kind of do the folded Dutch door, and that kind of makes like a nice little bookmark so you can get to your weekly layouts for the month really quickly. So yeah, join me. I'm just sitting at the table and having a cup of tea, and we're gonna make that layout. Let's just get started. So yeah, there's the March cover. Simple. If you want to see this one being made, head over to Instagram. I'm gonna do the calendar just like any other month. Really simple little grid, and I'll just write March in here, but I'm not gonna do that on camera today. It's just kind of boring to watch me make I really don't like my handwriting. I've never really gotten great. Let's just make it chunkier. I have never really gotten good at lettering. I'm fine, but I always kind of cringe at what I make. So that's all. There we go. I like chubby lettering. That'll do. And then I'll probably just use the bullet end of this Tombow to do that simple grid. So very simple layout this month, cover page and fun calendar spread. And then if we flip over here, we're going to fold this page in. So just do like a nice fold. You can use your grid lines to help you. There we go. And maybe we'll just use that clip right there. And then for this guy, we've got this nice area now that we can just do some pattern and really keep it simple. And of course, I'm gonna go with my regular blue and white that I'm doing for this entire spread. And I think that's just gonna look really pretty. Let's move that so I'm not like in shadow as much. And we're just going to do some messy circles and kind of talk and hang out. What's everyone been up to lately? Me, I am getting ready to head to Madrid next week in the north of Spain, and I'll be filming an e-course with Domestika. If you're familiar with their courses, it's like an adult learning site, and this is not a course that I've made before. This is something like totally new and different, and so I'll be able to share more soon. If you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me over there at Shayda Campbell, because I'll probably share a few details as the week goes along. But for now, I'll just say that I'm really excited just to take a trip. Just because of COVID and I guess having a baby. I mean, Sully's 2.5 now. He's not a baby anymore. But we've never actually taken like a trip as a family, just the three of us. We've done lots of trips to like see family, like my brother got married, and my sister lives in New York, so we've been down. My brother got married and that was out on the West Coast, and my sister lives in New York, so we've like traveled a bit, but we've never just done a family holiday. So we are very excited to finally do something, just the three of us. So after my work is done in Madrid, we are going to head over to Porto in Portugal, and we are going to spend a week just like hanging out and probably visiting playgrounds. I don't know, whatever Sally wants to do. and doing some shopping and eating and just wander. I love to just go to a city and you don't have anything on your schedule. You just find nice cafes and you know, take in some parks and whatever, some shopping. I like a very relaxed holiday. I'm not someone that like has the schedule out or the what do you call it, like Lonely Planet guidebook out. I just want to go and chill and hang out, and that's it. And like kind of pretend I'm a local and like just eat a lot basically. So hopefully that's kind of what Porto will be like. And you know, I think with a toddler, it kind of forces you to do that a bit because you have to have somewhere that they can go for their nap and everything. So we'll be keeping a pretty relaxed schedule, and I am very excited about that. So my theme for my planner this year is pattern play, and as you can see, I've laid down like some really basic shapes with, I don't actually love the way these leaves are turning out. I've laid down some basic shapes with my, oh my gosh, I hate these leaves. With the light blue, and then I am just adding lots of detail with the dark blue. Unless I don't like the way it turns out, then I just go over everything with the dark blue. Haha, that looks better actually. So you can just do some really simple details, like these little leaves can get a line, and that's that. Maybe a line down the center wouldn't hurt as well. Flowers can get some little dots or lines just to show kind of a stamen at the center. Leaves can get little lines down the length of them. I think that adds a kind of pretty detail. There we go. You're basically drawing the shape of the flower or leaf with one color, and then you're adding the details with that second color. So really simple stuff like that, and I think that looks nice. And some of these leaves I am going to go over and then just leave that little hint of the light blue. I'm going to use the light blue as my little detail line. There we go. You don't have to do a lot here to make it look really interesting. And we're just building on the skills that we set up when we did the cover page. I've talked a little bit about that, like just wanting to keep my journal really simple this year and not overcomplicate it. So once I've kind of developed a pattern or a color scheme, I'll just stick with it for the whole month and not sort of do anything too crazy complicated. And I think a lot of us just don't have the time to give to something, some big art project, and you just want your journal to be a place that you can go to like meditate, almost like just draw to relax. So I think pattern play really fits the bill there, that you just kind of, okay, I'm just doing these light blue flowers and I'm just going to add little dark blue details on them, and you're going to do that all month. And by the end of the month, you're going to feel really confident and comfortable. You could do, you know, one of these patterns every week if you wanted to. Or you can just use the single Dutch door to be like your bookmark, and then just have the weekly layouts on the pages below, because as you'll see, we're doing like a really, really simple layout this week. Just a simple little rectangular grid. There we go. Keep doing these leaves that I don't like. It's like I want them to work, but they just don't work. There, that's much better. And we'll get some little details there. I mean, that's really all you have to do is just put some little scribbles at center. And then if you want to do some little broken curving lines, that's like a bonus. There we go. Okay, doing maybe this guy needs like a little outline. That wouldn't hurt. I love it. Fun, and we've got a nice amount of contrast there. And best of all, it does create that little bookmark so that we can find our place all week, which is nice. Maybe just a few little X's as flowers. Nothing wrong with that. There. So now let's flip over to the bullet end and we'll just tack you down. And this is going to be really, really simple. We're just going to pull that pen towards my body. The Tombos are great because you get that nice brush pen, and then you also get the bullet tip, which is excellent for journaling like this, especially if you like kind of a thicker line, and I do. I like a really like substantial line for my weekly layouts. I'm gonna go the other way. There we go. Let's do you. When you're pulling the pen towards your body, you basically just need to be able to ensure that you can make like a nice smooth line, and that folded paper on the other side was kind of preventing me from doing that. That's why I flipped it the other way. And of course you can use a ruler for this. There's nothing wrong with using a ruler. I always joke that I'm allergic to rulers, but it's really just that I'm lazy. It's like I'm trying to think of like a euphemism for lazy. No, I always find with a ruler, I'll get like a little ink point, you know, I can't actually use them that well. Maybe, sorry if this is off camera, just doing the very last line. Anyways, there we go. We've got like a nice wide grid, and then all I want to do is that one more line. And there you've got a really simple weekly layout. This is going to look so nice in tandem with that more detailed cover page that we've already completed. If you haven't watched the cover page video, go check it out. It's a really easy, simple setup that I said looks sort of like, it's deceptively, ridiculously simple, and it looks so pretty when it's done. We're going to fill this guy in with a few swipes of that light blue. And then you can add the days of the week. Why don't we do that? If you have a blue pen, points for you. And you can use that, but the Tombow would be fine for that too. Honestly, I probably should have used the Tombow because it would have been like the exact same color. I have such regret, but it's okay. And I guess part of why I was mentioning the trip is that I know myself, and even though I love journaling and I always will bring my journal with me on a holiday, I won't really use it that much. And so I wanted to keep like a very simple, I think I have a blue Le pen. Yeah, that's a better pen. I wanted to keep like a super simple layout that I, at least if I do bring the journal all the way to Porto and Spain, then I will use it if I can keep things simple and I've got a layout that doesn't take too long to create. And you know, while Sally's napping, I actually might recreate this spread for next week and the week after. So yeah. Busy month. Let me see here. You can add the dates in there. The nice thing is you can put something down at the bottom, like week of. Like, why don't we do that? We'll just do like a couple swipes of color. That kind of looks cute. And we'll just write week. I like to do this print where I kind of double up all the lines. It's like you're doing a bubble letter, but it's like more messy. It's very hard to screw up. Week of, so you just kind of, you know, when you do a letter, every line you just go over it twice. I feel like I used to have a cute name for that one. Week of, what? That's a good question. What week are we in? I skipped a week in February, so my other layout actually goes to the 3rd, the final week of February there. February we did kind of like a double one, which I also like with the Dutch door in the middle. You can go back and watch. There's a video just for that if that layout kind of appeals to you more. This time I'm just going to put the one Dutch door and then do my, like, I'll just keep them all like that. So it'll be really, really simple and tight. Week of March 4th. Okay, so good question. If this is 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, and 9. Oh, I actually knew that because we fly home on the 10th. So yeah, final week of February, filming in Madrid. First week of March will be in Porto, and that's actually Chris's birthday, so that'll be really nice. And yeah, all I need to do now, guys, is go over this grid for the month of March and make myself a nice little calendar. And then I've got a really chill, cute setup. I'm already making messy, not straight lines. I mean, that's why you use the ruler, am I right? Unless you don't. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me today. As I said before, if you want to watch the cover page being completed, head over, I'll link the other video. It's the video that came out right before this one. And if you want to see that other kind of like, it looks just like the cover page, but it's different, that one is available on Instagram for you to watch. And it's just like a 1-minute reel. And if you want to watch me make a bunch of straight lines, that's what I'm doing. I was like, this would be too boring to include in the video, and here she goes. I just wanted to say the cover page is also available as a coloring page. You can download it, print it out, and color it in yourself for use in your own journal. That's available as this week's bonus content over on Patreon. Patreon is a great way for you to get like extra content that goes with the videos. It's where I give coloring pages, worksheets, and I've kept it as inexpensive as possible. It's only $3 a month to enjoy that content. So, whoops, what am I doing? So there we go. That's our cute little calendar that I said I wasn't gonna do on camera, but it's so simple. There we go. It's gonna look great here. I know it's like a little bit off camera, but March cover page, so much fun to create. And then you've got your calendar and that one, which I did, which you can see on Instagram, and then a simple little Dutch door that just acts as a bookmark so that you can get to your very, very simple weekly layout. For me, my week is it's just a place where I need to keep my to-do lists. Like on Monday, I'm gonna send such and such an email, and I'm going to make such and such a video. So that's all that I really use my journal for. It's just a really pretty to-do list. But I do find keeping things pretty helps me to stay organized. It actually works to get me motivated. And that's why I keep journaling. It doesn't work for me to have a little list going on my phone. That's not good enough. I love the act of checking things off. I even love like doing a reverse checklist, like when you like say everything you did accomplish that day and write that down. If you've heard of that, it's just like a feel-good exercise. Or I'm someone who's like, if I did something that wasn't on my to-do list, I'll add it to the list afterwards so that I can check it off. Anyone else? Okay, there we go. I said I wouldn't do that, but why not? It was fun to chat and hang out. I hope you had a cup of tea. I did a little bit of art along with me. I'm keeping things just as simple as I possibly can. And I really love anything that's blue and white. I'll be working on another pattern for April. So if there is any sort of color combo or specific pattern that you'd love to see, let me know. Like we've done some really simple patterns, like that's kind of a gingham plaid, simple flowers. It doesn't have to be complicated. So yeah, anyways, thanks for hanging with me, guys. Head to Patreon if you're interested in getting that cover page coloring page.